Hey there, welcome to the first and only Optometrist Sauce Talks. My name is Nick Rankin, and I'm a second year student here at NSU College of Optometry in Tahlequah. The reason we're here tonight and doing all this is because we're trying to promote and raise money for our 35th annual Optic Cup here in Tahlequah, September 9th. My first and only guest tonight is the renowned professor, associate dean, director of continuing education, director of the chief specialty clinics here at NSU. He's an advisory board member for Orisis Pharmaceuticals. He's an editorial board member as well for Modern Optometry. He is president of the Intrepid Eye Society, Dr. Nathan R. Lighthizer. Welcome, Dr. Nate.
Glad to be here, Nick.
You ready to do this?
I'm ready.
We got
ready for a challenge.
We got a wide variety here of wings with some different sauces here. But before we introduce that, let me talk a little bit more about the tournament and what we're trying to do here. So the point of what we're doing is to try to raise money again for the Optic Cup, but what we do with that money is we give it to grants to allow students to go to Optometry's meeting next summer in Nashville. It's a great way for all of us to connect and build relationships with students and other optometrists all around the country. I think even last year I got like 2 business cards and I was like, I'm just a first year. Like, I'm not ready there yet. So that's really what we're here to do, and we hope you enjoy watching our suffering here in a little bit, probably. But let's go ahead and introduce the sauces. So for sauce 1, on your left, we have the tiger sauce. And how we measure these are in units of Scovilles. And so the first sauce is the tiger sauce. It's about 500 Scovilles, so pretty mild, pretty light. So let's go ahead and try it.
Easy.
And then we'll be ready for that
Piece
first
of cake.
question. Yeah, we'll see.
Right here?
Really confident right now.
All
Yep,
right.
let's
Cheers,
do it.
buddy.
Cheers. Not bad.
Yeah, it's like a 1 out of 10.
Yeah,
like
nothing.
There's really
Mild.
nothing there.
Mild.
Yeah, my daughter Abby could handle this one.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
good. That's good.
So since we're talking about the Optic Cup and getting all prepped and ready for that, I figured I'd ask you at least a couple of golf just related questions and then get into some tougher stuff. But, the world of professional golf over the last 2 years has changed a lot with LIV coming on the scene, taking good majority of players from the PGA Tour. But now that they've come back together and merged, it's a really interesting idea that they're trying to put together here. I'm just curious what you think about it. Do you think that the Tour and LIV should become one entity, that LIV should stay and do its thing and the PGA Tour should stay and do its thing? Do you think they should merge? Do you think the LIV players should just be able to come back as they want, no sanctions or anything? What do you think about all this?
Yeah, it's been an interesting time the last couple of years in golf. Lots of controversy. I'm a fan of, if it was up to me, I think they need to all come back together. I mean, I want all of the world's best players kind of together, playing in the biggest tournaments. I don't want the PGA over here and the other part of the country, the other part of the world, LIV over there. So I think it's good for golf to have them all there. They may need to have a penalty for a year or so. I mean, they took, $100 million, $200 million or more.
Absolutely.
You may need to sit out for a year or so before they come on back, but it's exciting to watch. The FedEx Cup just concluded last week, $18 million to Victor Hovland. So
Crazy.
I want to see all the golfers back together.
How do you think they'll be received coming back to the Tour? You think there's going to be a lot of hate out there, or do you think everyone's going to be open and welcoming arms?
I think there's going to be some hate out there for a period of time, and maybe a few months, 6 months, but eventually they forget on that. They'll be on to the next controversy in another sport, and so there'll be some hate for some time, but then I think they're going to move on.
I could agree with that. Okay. You ready for this next question?
Yeah.
I realize I didn't eat the full wing. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm slacking already. So, really change the subject here, but, musical instruments. Musical instruments have been a part of the world for thousands of years. I mean, Vikings made musical instruments out of bones and animal teeth, I'm pretty sure. Read that somewhere.
Okay.
There'd be no Mozart, no Bach, no Beethoven without musical instruments. Even our own Dr. Whittle has a variety of instruments that he plays all around town in concerts and stuff like that.
Yep.
Now, I know you have a favorite instrument of them all, and that's the trumpet.
I knew right where you were going on this one. As soon as you brought up musical instruments, I'm like,
I've heard that you love the trumpet so much that when you were a kid, you took your mouthpiece or whatever you had, and you just banged it in until you broke that trumpet. And then when you went to return to the school, it was like, what happened? And you blame the buddy beside you or something like that. And then when the school called and your parents were like, what's up? You kindly owned up to it. And then you might have had to pay to fix the trumpet. Can you elaborate on this story?
Man, you know the whole story, don't you? You went from beginning to end on that. And
just a little bit.
You know, junior high, not the height of your maturity, is it? Of any of our maturities. No. And my mom always wanted me to be in band, and made me play the trumpet. And, I'm playing the trumpet in 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, and my buddies are just razzing me. I get off the bus and I hear it from the moment that I step off the bus. So if I'm carrying my trumpet in 8th grade, she's making me practice in my room. And one evening I couldn't take it anymore, and I'm like, I don't know why I did it. I regret it, but I took the mouthpiece and just started banging that trumpet, just banging dents in it, put it back into the case like nothing happened. And then when they ultimately, as you know they would, they discovered it, they said, hey, what happened here? And I blamed my buddy. They called my buddy's parents, and they're on the phone with the parents. And I finally, fessed up and said, hey, Mom, Dad, it was me, had to pay to get it fixed. Fortunately, my mom let me quit band after the 9th grade. So
you'd had enough of it.
I'd had enough of it. And interesting story though, that trumpet was handed down to me from my dad. So it was in the family. When he was my age in junior high, he tried to sell that same exact trumpet without my grandma's knowledge. Somebody came, he put flyers around town, and somebody came to the door and said, Diane, my grandma, my dad's mom, I'm here to buy your trumpet. And she said, what do you mean? It's not for sale. And because he had wanted to sell it because he wanted to quit band as well. So the trumpet's in the family, and trying to get rid of it is in the family as well.
I love that.
Yeah.
So have you played the trumpet since that day?
No, I am not musically inclined at all. Love to sing. I was singing to my son this morning when we got up, and he said, Dad, I don't want to wake up to the worst singer in the history of the world. So will you please stop? So, I'm not musically inclined.
Camden, how bad is he?
He's pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we could have guessed that one. All right, you ready for the next one?
I'm ready. Let's bring it.
So for our second sauce here, we have Dave's Gourmet Hurtin' Habanero Hot Sauce.
Yeah.
Scoville is around 55,000.
So we went from 500 Scovilles to 55,000.
So we're taking quite a jump here on this second wing.
Okay.
So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Okay.
All right.
It's not.
That's next level.
Yeah.
But
It's not bad though.
no, that's doable.
Yeah.
I can do
manage
that. Yeah.
Could be worse, but hey.
That's like a 2 out of 10. Not bad.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So we're staying pretty low right now on the ratings.
In my friend group, we often rate things, and mine is usually the lowest. Of that. Ooh, there's a little. They kick you a little bit.
Just a tiny bit.
A little bit later.
It's got a little
kick. I might take it up to
late
a 3
there.
now.
Oh, okay. We're jumping up a little bit. So, Dr. Nate, another golf question for you. The game of golf in the last 3 years, even before Live came, has just kind of exploded. Whether it was just COVID happening, or my theory is it was after Tiger won that 2019 Masters, everyone just fell in love with him in golf again. I think it got a new generation of kids out there.
Yep.
But, I mean, there's a lifetime of golf can bring great things. I mean, you can have birdies, hole-in-ones, triple bogeys. You can play on some of the most beautiful courses in the world. You can play on goat tracks. Out of all your rounds that you can recall, what was your favorite round and why? And a follow-up question is, where is your favorite place you've ever played a round of golf?
Good question. I'll answer the second one first. Favorite place that I have ever played is Bandon Dunes.
Oh, man.
In Oregon, where I went to optometry school. 3 of my best buddies from optometry school, we all golfed. We went on a trip, spring break of my 3rd year. So we said, you know what, let's go. We got to go play it. And we played 72 holes in about 3 days. Just had a great time. They had 4 courses at the time. We played all of them. I think they have 6 or 7 now. But Bandon Dunes in Oregon is my favorite place that I've ever played. Right on the coast of Oregon. Yeah. Pretty famous course. I'm sure you've heard of it. Favorite round. Yeah, it's actually an interesting one. Probably my most memorable is not my lowest score, not even close to my lowest score. So I played baseball, basketball, and football in high school. And I always liked to golf. This is getting a little hotter, that second one.
It's still like
is it
lingering.
hanging?
It's just lingering a little bit.
So I always enjoyed to play golf, but I could never golf during baseball season because golf swings and baseball swings don't go together.
No.
It would cause me to pop up, things like that. So I always played like once or twice after baseball season was over in August, late September. Then I got into football, basketball. So I played once or twice a year, but I always loved golf. After I finished in high school, one of my best buddies played on the golf team in college at Bismarck State. I went to a junior college, and he said, "Nate, why don't you come out for the team?" I'm like, dude, I haven't golfed in a long, long time. And they had 10 guys on the team, and I made it as the 10th guy on the team. And I was like, all right. So I made the team and played some tournaments, and I was shooting 95. I mean, it's September.
Yeah.
And I hadn't played much all year. I was shooting 95, 90. A good round, I was shooting 88, 89, 90, somewhere in there. I eventually worked my way up to the 5th guy on the team, and we went to regionals. And in the regional tournament, I remember it was in southern Minnesota. I think it was in Mankato, Minnesota. And it was the last tournament of the year. It's in mid to late October in southern Minnesota. And it rained the whole round. And it eventually turned to like sleet, to snow. We were finishing like 30 degrees.
No.
And I remember I shot an 81 and an 80. It was my best scores of the year. The top 10 in that tournament got to go to nationals, and I tied for 10th. I made a 6-foot curling putt for double bogey on 18 to shoot an 81. I shot 80-81, and that got me in right in the number to qualify for nationals. And
that's awesome.
So that was my most memorable, because that really set the stage. I spent the winter in the bubble because we can't golf in North Dakota, and I lowered my handicap from like a 14 down to a 3. Just really dedicated myself for that. And so that was my most memorable round of playing well in terrible conditions at the right time.
That's amazing. So that double took you out of the 70s, but it still got you in there.
It got me in last man, tied for 10th.
Man,
so,
that's a pretty cool story.
Yeah.
Where was Nationals at that year?
Nationals was in Chautauqua, New York, up in upstate New York. That was in June of 2001. And the first time I'd ever been on an airplane was when I flew to Chautauqua, New York. I was a freshman in college, and I'd never been on an airplane before then.
That's a pretty cool experience.
Yep.
It's a good stretch of golf right there, though.
Yep.
So 30 degrees. They still let y'all out there playing?
There was multiple tournaments throughout my college career that we were playing when it was in the 30s, and nothing stuck when it hit the ground, but it would just come down, just light snow. Yeah, you just had to get through it.
I remember those days back in college. Not quite that cold, but I'm retired from doing all that now. Not a chance.
Yep.
Okay, you ready for the next question?
I'm ready.
I keep not getting through all the wings.
Yeah.
But I'm asking the questions, so I kind of got to take breaks in between. Did you see me reach for the shake as well?
I did.
It's kind of still lingering. I'm just hurting myself.
It got a little
more.
bit hotter, but no, it's back to about a 3.
Yeah,
so
not bad. So, Dr. Nate, you're known for being a renowned CE educator, going around the country doing different just courses, lectures, whatever it might be. You've gone to some pretty cool places. You were at OM last year. We got to sit on a couple of your lectures.
Yep.
Been at Academy of Optometry a few times. Even went to Hawaii on a little cruise and learn, experience. It's pretty cool. Is there one just like CE over the years of all you doing in it that was your favorite, or like your favorite story from all CEs, or something just funny or great that happened?
Yeah.
And just tell us about that.
It's hard to, that's like answering what's your favorite movie. It's just a very difficult question to answer. If you made me, what's your favorite trip? It's probably one of the Hawaii trips.
Yeah.
I've been fortunate to lecture in 47 of the 50 states, but Hawaii it's just a great place. It's probably my favorite place all time. Taking the family multiple times. So that would be up there. My first trip to Louisiana was really a fun one. They were the 3rd state to get lasers, injections, lesion removals. And that really was a seminal moment when it was Oklahoma. You doing all right there, buddy? You look like you're struggling a little.
It just keeps like building up and building up. No, I just don't, you know. Yeah, we're going for the shake again.
So Oklahoma, as you know, is the first one, and then Kentucky followed in 2011. But that was still like, there's only 2. And then once you're seeing another state get added with Louisiana, and I'll tell you, they were the most incredible group. They were so excited. We trained a group of 100 doctors, and the excitement in that room was just awesome. I mean, it was palpable. And so that I always remember that trip. There's just so many. Fishing with my dad up in Canada. Did a CE trip where it was a fishing trip. We fished all day long. I did CE in the evening while they were having dinner and things like that. So that was fun taking my dad. That was actually his retirement trip. He retired in 2018
awesome.
and I took him to, we went to a lake up in Ontario. So there's a lot of trips along the way. Disney World. Kids love Disney World. So it's fun.
It seems like cool opportunities present themselves whenever you get to just travel around and do that. Different opportunities arise over the years, getting to go to Disney, stuff like that. It's just so cool.
When you get to meet a bunch of just great doctors from all around the country that just love seeing patients, just love interacting. And it's fun to meet people and just to get to know them a little bit, where they practice, and you just enjoy it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's time.
It's time, huh?
And to cap it off, I think, so in the real videos that you see on YouTube, they'll call it the last dab. Well, this isn't the wing for that, but I find it only fitting that we might just pour just a dabble on each of ours, just to signify this moment.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna let you pour yours though, but you don't want to do a lot. You just a tiny bit. The bomb beyond insanity.
How many Scovilles?
135,600 Scovilles. So I think they've said that it is 140 times hotter than one jalapeno.
Really?
So
we went from 500 Scovilles to 55,000 to now 135,600.
Is that nice?
Yep. Is it already covered in that?
It is covered in it. So be very, very conservative with the amount that you. Okay.
So my kids and my wife and my friends, am I the one to be like a conservative and just go a little bit in? What's my saying? Go big or.
Go.
There you go. So
okay.
we're not gonna.
You're insane. This is a terrible idea.
Okay, there we go.
I will not be doing that. I'm glad you could do that, but I am not. No, you're not happening. We're gonna do like that right there.
Is there even any on that?
That is plenty. I'm worried you might not be able to finish this interview.
Really?
I'm genuinely concerned for you.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Cheers, buddy. I should have cheersed you that way and smeared some of that in there.
Yeah, I think you did just a little bit. Let's do it. Oh, it's immediate. Whoa. How you doing? You alright?
Once you swallow, then it gets to the back of your throat.
Yeah. No, it's bad all around. There's nothing good about that. It tastes like it's gotta taste like battery fluid or something like that.
Well, you know what? I think we can.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, no, I think we need to go
what
a
is
little
actually wrong with you?
Hey, this is for the students, right?
It is for the students, but I'm questioning
I'm
your
gonna go
judgment.
big or go home. If you guys go big or go home, donating to our students.
Holy crap.
For the Optic Cup, we want to send them to Optometry's. We want to send them to Optometry's meeting. It's getting worse.
It's good.
But you know what? Right here.
Oh my god.
Go big or go home,
There's
baby.
something wrong with you. That's not normal. That's not natural behavior. I'm not gonna lie. All right, next question. We're gonna keep pushing through. So, Dr. Nate, we've seen many athletes redshirt throughout their times in college.
Yeah.
Because they're not either academically performing well, they're not playing. You doing all right?
I'm doing okay.
You gonna make it?
It's like a 4 out of 10, maybe.
Need some of the shake? 4 out of 10. No.
I might have lied there.
Mm-hmm.
I need a minute.
I'm not doing well either. Did you see how small mine was? I'm not barely even making it, man.
Yeah. I like that flavor. That is
you like
hot.
that flavor?
That is hot.
Yeah, it's hot. Woo! Ah. All right, let's keep going. So we've seen many athletes redshirt in their careers now. Either they're not academically performing well, run into injuries, don't get enough playing time. We've seen many athletes like Kyler Murray.
You're talking, but I can't even hear you right now.
Dwayne Wade, Russell Wilson, even U.S. Open champion Wyndham Clark. You redshirted during your second year of college golf at the University of Jamestown because you sliced your hand through the meat cutter at the deli shop working there. Can you elaborate on that? Is that true?
That is absolutely true. Can I get some milk here or something? I was in Dan's supermarket my sophomore year.
Yeah.
It's getting worse. Like literally, it started like a 6 or a 7.
I'm dying.
Tree man. You got? I'm good. No,
Okay.
I'm going without it.
You're going without it?
I got some water here.
Okay. Yeah, I
Okay,
think we're going
so
water.
sophomore year, it's like mid-August, late August. I'm having trouble focusing.
Yeah.
And I was working at
keep going.
Dan's supermarket. My parents were going through the supermarket. I was cutting deli cheese, slicing turkey, and I reached into the slicer and went a little bit too far.
Mm-hmm.
And whoop, there it was. I mean, it didn't hurt because it happened so quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I look up and blood's running down my hand. And my parents were literally like 50 feet that way. And I reached, I went, Mom, look at this, you know, and not my supervisor. I called for my mom.
Yeah.
Which I kind of don't want to do right now.
Yeah, I don't. Would love that.
And it just bleeding everywhere. And they took me to the OR, stitched it up and things like that. But it was a week before the golf season.
Yeah.
So you can't grip a club when it's, you can see just a little bit of,
Yeah,
you can't grip the club when you're doing that.
Yeah.
So I had to redshirt my sophomore year.
That might be the craziest redshirt story I've heard yet. I'm not gonna lie.
So I'm gonna meet
It's a little
Slicer.
out there, but
Yeah.
I think it's pretty unique.
Yeah.
How are you right now?
I'm good.
My tongue is on fire.
Yeah. You want to do another one?
Mm.
I'm just
No.
kidding, buddy.
If you want another one, we got 8 here for you. You go right ahead.
That's the hottest.
No, I need a normal one. Oh my god. We got one more question left.
Okay.
No, I'm just trying to process that we have one more
Yep.
question left because nothing's really working right now. So to cap it all off, we just had our groundbreaking ceremony
Yeah.
for Northeastern State University College of Optometry's new facility and campus. Holy cow, dude. I mean, wow. So this is a huge step for us. And now we're going to have the facilities that match the expertise of our students and faculty.
Uh-huh.
In your opinion, what are your hopes, dreams, and vision for the school and for all the family part of NSU OCO in the next 10 to 20 years?
Man, we're excited about it. You know, the current building we're in, it was built in 1937, and it's time to have a facility that's finally built for us.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a program that's been asked to, fit yourself into this building that was for something else. We were in a dorm way back in the 80s, before my time, before your time.
Mm-hmm.
We're currently in a hospital that was designed in the 30s. So we are so excited. My nose is running.
Can I get an ice cube? I just need to put it on my lips.
It's so exciting to have a building that's designed for optometry, to accommodate optometry students, residents, faculty, and our patients. We're going to have the best technology. We're going to have an excimer laser in there so we can do refractive surgery. There's currently no refractive surgery in Tahlequah. So that's going to bring LASIK and PRK to Tahlequah that we've never had before. We're going to have more student experiences. We're going to have more exam lanes, better technology. I mean, you guys know, you live it every single day. You know, the building is pretty from the outside, the current one we have, but certainly there's limitations on the technology that we have. So, you know, I envision, you know, being able to take the education and patient care to the next level. You know, have the latest and greatest in technology. Like I said, someday, you know, we have refractive surgery. There's office-based cataract surgery that is coming around the corner. And will we have ophthalmology doing cataract surgery in our building someday as part of an office-based surgery? I just think that's going to increase access to care for our patients. It's going to better education as well. So let's take it to the next level and have a building designed for optometry.
And when are we planning on having it open?
Yeah,
ready to have students?
Broke ground in June of this year, and it's an 18 to 24 month build. I'm just telling myself 24 months, so we're planning to move in the summer of 2025.
Awesome.
Yep.
So I know we'll be the first class, hopefully, that gets to be in there for class and clinic.
Yep.
So it's awesome. But I know I have to do a little question for my girlfriend who just keeps asking me.
Yeah.
She wants to know if their class is going to get to put anything down that knows, hey, we were here too. We just didn't get to go in. Like a handprint on the cement, a name on a brick. Is there anything you might offer them?
Whatever they want, we can make it happen. Kind of like maybe Michael Scott on The Office. We can put their face in the cement as well. Remember that?
I just watched that one last night, actually.
It's a good one.
Not even kidding.
So
That is great.
we'll make it happen for the third
Awesome.
years. Now they can do a residency. We want to see her back for residency.
Good point.
And do a residency year in Tahlequah, right?
It's a great idea.
I'm telling you.
It's a plug right there.
There you go.
Well, that's all the time we have for this interview. Dr. Nate, thank you so much for enduring with me knocking those wings out, answering my questions. I really appreciate it.
I want to say thank you again. Everybody contribute to our students. It's a great cause to raise money for our students to go to Optometry's meeting next year, our Optic Cup, our golf tournament. I want to kick it off and hand you a check, $250 to get us going. I want everybody, all the doctors out there, to match that. Let's raise some money for our NSU-OCO students and get them to Optometry's meeting next year.
I was not expecting that. Thank you. Yeah, so there should be a link below on the Facebook page that we're trying to raise money. If you just click on that, it should take you through all the steps to give. And we'd really appreciate it if you do, because without y'all, none of it happens. So we appreciate y'all watching this video. This is the only one, so I'm not gonna say see y'all next time, but see y'all next time.